Look at your screens and witness absolute, undeniable, reality-shattering history. We are back in Dallas, Texas, at NT Stadium. Jerry Jones built a billion-dollar spaceship in the middle of Texas for American football. But tonight, it was officially conquered by a little 38-year-old man from Rosario. The South American street fighters of Argentina are taking on the classical musicians of Austria. Lionel Scaloni's band of tattooed rabid assassins stepped onto the pitch to face off against an Austrian team that looked like they were trying to calculate complex math equations on the grass. Group stages are supposed to be warm-ups, but this was an absolute movie. But my beautiful toxic football bros, let me tell you, this match started with an absolute glitch in the simulation. 9th minute, the game barely even starts. The fans are still finding their seats and buying their $30 nachos. The referee blows his whistle and points directly to the spot. Penalty to Argentina. The scriptwriters are not even trying to hide it anymore. FIFA headquarters is already popping the champagne. And who steps up? Lionel Andres Messi, the man who just tied the all-time World Cup record. The entire stadium pulls out their iPhones. 100,000 flashbulbs are going off. He steps up, he shoots and he misses. Stop the presses, unplug the rotor, restart the console. The undisputed GOAT just missed the penalty. He hit it like he was wearing concrete boots. The ball rolled into the goalkeeper's arms like a sad, deflated balloon. Instantly, the internet absolutely caught on fire. Cristiano Ronaldo fan accounts woke up from their 4-year hibernation and started typing at the speed of light. The fraud watch alarms were blaring across the globe. People were calling the police. It is the only reminder we have that Lionel Messi is a biological human being and not a cyborg created in a secret underground lab. He misses a penalty, and the entire Austrian team is celebrating like they just won the Champions League. They are high-fiving. They are hugging. They think they have completely rattled the king, and from that exact moment, Austria decided they were never, ever crossing the halfway line again. They set up a defensive block so incredibly deep they were practically standing in the stadium parking lot. They parked a literal double-decker bus, completely stripped the tires off it, threw away the steering wheel, and swallowed the keys. It was absolute terrorist football. They were defending for their absolute lives. They were throwing their bodies in front of the ball like Secret Service agents and taking out a bullet for the president. They thought they had the blueprint. They thought they had successfully survived the storm. But did we not learn from the mistakes of the past? Did you not read the absolute basic rules of world football? When you embarrass Lionel Messi, you do not defeat him. You just make him angry. You force him to put down his cup of herbal tea and actually tie. 38th minute. The Argentine midfield slices through the Austrian lines. The ball falls to the little Dictator. He doesn't even blink. He just swings that magical left foot and absolutely buries it. Bang! 1-0. He restores order to the universe. He looks at the Austrian defenders who were laughing at him 30 minutes ago and says, "Who is laughing now?" The teams come out for the second half, and it is pure agonizing trench warfare. Austria refuses to crumble. You have to respect it. They are incredibly disciplined. They are defending like their mortgages depend on it. They are chopping down Argentine players. They are playing the offside trap. They are doing everything in their physical power to keep the scoreline entirely respectable. The game is completely stuck in the mud. It is a gritty, sweaty, absolute dogfight in the brutal Texas heat. Emiliano Dibu Martinez is in goal for Argentina, completely losing his mind from boredom. He didn't have to make a single serious save. He is standing back there doing stretching exercises. He is probably trying to talk trash to the fans behind the goal, just to keep his heart rate up. Meanwhile, Rodrigo de Paul is running around the midfield tackling everything that breathes. The man is Messi's personal bodyguard, and he was out there committing completely unprovoked assaults on Austrian midfielders. He is barking at people. He is starting fights with the referee. He is starting fights with the grass. He is starting fights with the wind. It is a completely normal day at the office for the Argentine crime syndicate. We enter stoppage time, 95th minute. The Austrian legs are entirely gone. They are completely out of oxygen. They are begging the referee for the final whistle. There are about 17 players crammed inside the Austrian penalty box. It looks like a crowded subway train at rush hour. There is absolutely zero space. Any normal, mortal player panics in this situation. Any normal player just violently kicks it blindly into the crowd and hopes for a lucky deflection. But Messi does not see a crowd. He sees the Matrix. He receives the ball in a phone booth. He drops his shoulder, does a little body feint, and completely sends 2 Austrian defenders to the shadow realm. He put them on a direct flight back to Vienna without a boarding pass. He navigates through 15 different legs, completely ignores the laws of physics and slots it home. Bang! 2-0. Game over. Lock the doors, call the police, put the children to bed, and stop the entire planet. Stop the rotation of the Earth. Call the museum curators immediately. Because with that 95th minute absolute dagger, the record is officially shattered. Miroslav Klose, your reign of terror is entirely over. The German tap-in merchant is officially evicted from the throne. Klose is sitting in Munich right now, violently weeping into a giant pretzel. He scored all of his goals, standing inside the 6-yard box waiting for a lucky bounce. Messi is out here scoring absolute solo masterpieces through an entire block of desperate defenders. 18 World Cup goals. 18. He is completely alone at the summit. He didn't just break the absolute record, he took a massive sledgehammer to it on American soil. The GOAT debate is completely entirely legally closed by court order. If you are still arguing about it, you are arguing with a brick wall. You are living in a completely alternate dimension. Argentina wins 2-0. They officially secure their spot in the knockout stages. They are marching through this tournament like a terrifying sky blue Terminator. Austria, my brothers, you fought bravely. You maintained your discipline. You played with absolute honor. But honor does not stop a 38-year-old alien with a point to prove. You survived for 94 minutes, but you completely forgot that stoppage time belongs to the absolute legends. If you loved watching history being completely rewritten, if you loved watching defenders get put in a blender on global television, absolutely destroy that subscribe button. Smash that like button until your keyboard completely snaps in half. We are going to be here every single day of this beautiful sick tournament, roasting the frauds and providing pure toxic football heritage. Stay loud, stay toxic, and I will see you in the next one.